What's up everyone? Welcome to my channel. My name is Jomer and I'm a photographer and filmmaker here in London. Today I'm going to share with you the most common beginners photography mistakes, which I myself have already experienced in the past before as well, which taught me the hard way. So I don't want to let it happen to you. So I'm just giving, consider this as a warning and also as advice. Also as an advice. So for number one, shooting at noon. So it's really a bad idea to shoot at noon. Imagine the sun is high up and the light is coming from high above. So you will have a lot of shadows under the eyes and it will look bad. It will have like a dark shadows and also like the lashes will really reflect underneath the eyes. Just imagine you have like double eyes, which really just a waste of time. Like I spent 2-3 hours shooting. I couldn't even get a proper shot because the sun is too harsh and the model couldn't concentrate. She couldn't really look at the camera properly. She's squinting and also the shadows are all over the place. So if you shoot, you better, if you can cancel the shoot or postpone the shoot in the afternoon during the golden hour or when the sun is setting. That's the best thing to do. If not, then you have to shoot under the shade. Shooting under the shade is a little bit tricky and sometimes challenging. Sometimes you need to have a flash or a reflector so that you can bring in some light towards the face of your model. For number two, not bringing a flash. Most of my mistakes are with lighting. So as you mature with photography, you just got to realize how important the lighting is. So there was an event, like a red carpet event, and it was indoor shot. So the light is not really good. It's like yellow, not really good. So what what I really messed up. Like I didn't bring a flash. So you can imagine the skin tone is yellow. I was really embarrassed when I showed the result to them. But I had to do my best. I did my best with the post-processing, so it's somehow acceptable. But it's a really no-no not to bring a flash when you are going to shoot indoors. And for number three, not adjusting the white balance. So when you take a picture and you realize that the light is not enough, like the skin tone is yellow, the skin tone is so cold, it looks blue, and it doesn't just look nice, it's not natural. It looks like you have a filter, like a filter that's not really nice filter. And if you really know how to use a white balance, then you can adjust the white balance and you will come up with a more natural skin tone. So I really hoped, I really wished I had the knowledge before. So maybe if as a beginning photographer, maybe you just need to experiment and just to practice on how to use the white balance, because it can really save your life. The fourth one is neglecting the horizon. So when you are a beginning photographer, there's a lot of things for you to consider, right? The posing of your model, the lighting and everything. And sometimes you don't just care about the composition, or sometimes you don't have the time to look at the composition while shooting. It's really a good practice, like to stop and just to look everything in the frame before clicking the shutter. Maybe there's an exemption. If you are in the wedding, you can just take the picture because you're after the moment, not the composition anymore, and you can just edit it afterwards. But if you are like in a calm environment and you are shooting, you need to pay attention to the horizon. You don't want a horizon like uneven like that or like that. I'll show you an example. It has to be straightened and leveled for you to have like a nice non-distracting photograph, so that you want to draw the attention to the subject. You don't want to distract them with your messy background or your uneven horizon. And another thing is, don't ever cut off the head of your model with the horizon. Maybe there is a certain exemption if the photograph is really nice and you just want to capture more of the clouds. That's why you wanted to cut off the head or the body of your model. But if possible, please don't cut it off, because I just did it before and I realized I couldn't post it because it just doesn't look nice. It's not well composed. Number 5 is overexposing. So when I was starting, most of the beginning photographer don't know how to set the camera settings to the manual settings. It means that you have to adjust the shutter speed, the ISO, and the aperture yourself. Sometimes you have to, when I was starting, I just go with aperture priority, which I just choose the aperture and the camera will choose the ISO and everything. So the tendency is, if I don't choose the manual setting, I tend to overexpose, especially if there's a harsh lighting, and you tend to overexpose. And the most common mistakes of some photographers is they just overexpose, especially if they're shooting shooting towards the sky. You know, if you're shooting towards the sky, you just wanted to have like a clear image of your subject, and sometimes for you to do that is you have to overexpose a little bit. That's not a good idea. You have to underexpose the subject and just set your exposure with the sky. Don't bother yourself too much with the subject that is a little bit dark, because you can change it or you can edit it in the post process. But the thing is, the danger if you overexpose your picture is just you won't get the details back most of the times. If you're shooting in RAW, there might be a chance, but if you're shooting in JPEG, you won't get the details back. So why not shoot in RAW then? Yes, you can shoot in RAW, but sometimes if it's just too much overexposed, you won't get the details back, no matter how good your camera is. So that's it. I think that's all the most common mistakes which I have done in the past, which I believe other photographers, beginning photographers, are also experiencing. So it's just nice to know this, so that they will try to avoid it and they will become better quicker. And I hope this will be a guide for the beginning photographers. It doesn't mean that if you don't do all these things, you will become a better photographer straight away. Of course, it will take time, but somehow I hope this will help you. And till next time, if you like this video, just give me a thumbs up and please subscribe. Peace.